today. He's gonna pull me a couple of these starlights, maybe get lucky. And here we go. It's on you.
Alright, so first I'm going to talk about all my matchups. Round 1, I fought against, I think it was Paul, who was playing some fucking monstrosity. I have no idea what it was. It was like Orcus.
You played against me.
It was you?
Yeah.
Oh, I played against Jeremy. He was playing some fucking menace shit. I don't know what it was. Nothing good, really.
You never got to watch our matches.
Hey, Sparkman, welcome.
Orcus and Machina.
Yeah, I played against Orcus and Machina. First pack mouse click. You can basically use it to stop Mystic Mine, but Gate Blocker's already a thing. It's better. Pack number 2. Come on, some heat. We got Maneater, Penguins.
Let's go.
Come on, heat. Nah,
Hey.
not bad for Brandon. It's weird it's a fire for some reason. V-Trooper, Cupid. This is actually pretty good in Melfi's. Alright, Brandon in red. Not bad card. Yeah, so game 1 I fought against Jeremy, Machina Orcus. I was pretty scared, so I just stopped everything. Game 2 it was against John. Playing Zoo.
There we go.
Ooh,
First Ultra.
not bad.
Okay.
Love that card. Yeah, I played against John. He was playing Zodiac Grand Maju Gizmek. It was weird. Luckily, I was able to get it. Just open Judgment, Cyclone, just everything under the sun. Ah, there we go. Something. We got a Snowl. Not bad. It's like $3, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
We got some reptile support. Not
Sure
bad.
did. Now we gotta do the deck profile. Let's get this out the way. Undefeated, just so everybody knows.
Undefeated.
Undefeated 4-0.
Pure Sword Souls. I don't really like the Tenny version. Alright, Honorary Sword Soul, Ecclesia. Probably the best card in the game. It's a Cyber Dragon, so you can special summon it. They can't really stop it. You can attribute it summon a Sword Soul from your deck. Pretty good. It's a quick effect, so if they don't read it and they try to effect rally you, imperm you, book a moon you can just send it summon a Sword Soul. Pretty good. 3 Moyes. Pretty good. Just reveal a Sword Soul or a Worm. Make a token. It's pretty good. Let you draw it. Chain blocks all your stuff. 3 Taie. Arguably the best one because he doesn't really need setup if you search it off the emergence. Taie, you banish a Sword Soul or a Worm to make a token. And if it's used for a synchro summon, you get a Foolish Burial, a card. Really good. You usually want to send Blackout, or if you have summon in hand, you would send the Moye.
Do you have those in your wall?
3 longs. He's alright. He's good. He makes Bareness to floor. He burns for 12, so he's good in time.
No, it doesn't.
Pretty self-explanatory.
I beat you every single time you play.
2 summits. Is Monster Born really good? You can search it off the Shishaos to get the Moyes, Taies, Long Yuns, just to keep extending. I personally like 2. It's all personal preference. We got 3 of the Structures, Emergence, get you anything. So if you just open just all hand traps in the 1 Emergence, you can do the Emergence to grab the Taie, and then normal summon the Taie, banish the Emergence to get the Shishao, Stardust, Berserker of the Tank, just anything. So this is probably the best card, and the best card to grab off is the Taie. 3 Blackout. It's an Icarus attack, so it's really good. If they try to stop you, if you're playing the Tenny version, you can summon Vashuda, Ashura, all that, make the monks. Have the Blackout just there. As soon as they summon something in Blackout, get rid of your monks, shamans, just anything. Pop 2 of their cards, pretty good. If it's banished, you can make a token. So if they try to stop your Moys, your Ties, any of that, and in some situations, it comes to me sometimes where I will set the Blackout and then Cyclone it just to get rid of it, just to make the token if they ash the Tide, the Moy, the Longs.
There we go.
That's the main monster spells and traps lineup for the Sword Souls. Other monsters I play is, just standard Gamma Seal, Idol's Dragoon, Ignis Enforcer, all that kind of stuff. I don't have the Wind Kaiju, which is arguably better since Flunders is in the meta. They kind of just drop the Barrier Statue or the Ryza. If you do have the Wind is probably better, but they're both good, arguably. 2 Effect Railer, stops a lot of stuff. Flunderies, mostly, and hope they don't have the book. Ash is Ash, self-explanatory. For the other traps, Double Compulse, I use it for the mirror match. As soon as they do the Tide, the Moy, the Long to reveal, just put it back in their hand so they don't have anything and just hope they don't have more extenders. Imperm is Imperm, self-explanatory. I like 3 Judgments just to stop anything, especially in the mirror match if they try to make Chow, Berserker, Stardust, Omega, just anything. Judgment, just Judgment, self-explanatory. We play for the spells, all the power 1-ofs. Well, 2 Dark Rulers, Dark Rulers. I personally like maining these in case I lose the die roll. Helps me break boards. Cyclone. A lot of Swordsoul play. Just I hope I don't hit the blackout that's made face down, because then they can just get a free body. But it's Cyclone. It's really good. It's never really bad. Power 1-ofs, the one called by the Duster. Instant Fusion. I'll get to the reason why I play Instant Fusion in a minute. Gold Sarcophagus. He's the best one because if they Ash, Imperm, Effect Veiler, any of your normal summons, you can banish the blackout to make the token to keep extending. So Gold Sarcophagus is really good if they do interrupt you. For the main, for extra deck, the reason I play Instant Fusion is for both the Eyes or Strix cards. Going second, really good, because going second I can do Thousand Eyes, steal one of their cards. Easy board removal, Millennium Eyes. If I'm scared they have like Ash, Effect Veiler, anything like that, steal it, really good. They can't use any copy of those cards' names while it's on the field. So really good for the mirror match, really good for Flunders. You can just steal the Robin, Eagle-In, anything like that. Really good. We play the 1 Shinshin. Really good for the mirror match against Sword Souls, Drytrons, Tri-Brigade. Well, Tri-Brigade not really, but this comes in handy a lot. The 1 Baroness to floor. Really good. This is probably one of the best power cards. It's just once during your turn you can pop a card. It's an Omni Negate, but you can only do it once while it's on the field. And then a cheeky thing you can do with this is during your standby, if you Instant Fusion summon the Millennium Eyes with 1,000 Eyes, and you already use the 1 Negate, because you can only use the Negate once while it's face up on the field, you can put the Deflor back in your extra deck to summon the Millennium Eyes or Strix. Because the Sword Souls only lock you into Synchros when you make the tokens. So on my standby, I can put Baroness Deflor back in my extra deck, summon the Millennium Eyes just to have extra layer of protection going. It's really chic a combo. I think more people should play it. The reason I don't play the Magic Key Tuner is I think the extra deck is too tight for my personal preference, but it's all personal. The Ying's really good. I kind of want to make him more than I should in certain matchups. He's good. Because if I banish a card, I can banish a card on field and in the graveyard. And it lowers their attack and defense by 100 and boosts himself. So he's really good, but arguably Deflor is better. It's all personal preference. They're both really good. Stardust, most people don't. I like it because I'm scared of like Eldritch, Torrential, just anything. Stardust is Stardust. Rudy Rose against heavy setup decks like Orcus, Machina, Sword Souls. Rudy Rose kind of just wins games. If you play the Black Rose, it gets a little extra bonus, but I don't think it's worth playing the Black Rose. But it's all up to you. I like the Rudy. Haven't really made it as much. The 1 Omega. If it comes to a top deck situation and I'm winning in resources, I make the Omega for whenever they draw the 1 card, and Omega just rip it out of their hand, just so I can push for game for a lot faster. Don Dragster. He doesn't really come up. I might cut him for a Dragite, but I don't have a Dragite on me. Don Dragster didn't really come up, but when he does, he comes up really handy. Just negate 2 spell cards. Not bad. Crimson Blader, best synchro card in the mirror matches. Because if you destroy a monster and send it to the graveyard by battle, your opponent can't summon 5 or higher monsters during their next turn. So against the Swordsoul mirror match, really good. They can't do the long. They can't do any cheeky plays because they can't summon 5 or higher. This stops you from getting Kaiju too, because your opponent can't summon them. Or I'm pretty sure, but I think they can't Dragoon you. Anything like that. Crimson Blader is really good. But one thing you should always remember is if you have the Shinshin and the Crimson Blader needs to send the monster to the graveyard. So if you have Shinshin on the field and you attack, Crimson Blader's effect doesn't proc off to where your opponent's locked out, because it has to specifically hit grave. Against Flunderies, never make this, because the Flunderies banish themselves. I learned it the hard way. I lost in tournament because I tried to Crimson Blader one of the Flunderies cards, so I'll lock them out of the Empin, the Ryza, just all that. Never Crimson Blader against Flunders. Draco Berserker, really good. It plays around Nib. If they try to nib you, you can just rip it out of their hand. He also can help you push for game, because he attacks, he gains that monster's attack if he destroys it by battle, and then it can attack again. But it has to attack a monster. Always remember that. Really good. Helps you push for games a lot faster. Plays around Nib. All that kind of stuff. 2 Braxias. Really good. It helps you spin cards back in your opponent's decks. So they try to like mine you. Like Dark Magicians. Just anything really. Braxia just shuffles them back. You can tribute a card on your field. Special summon a level 4 or lower monster from your graveyard. So this helps you push for games faster. So what I like to do with the Braxia is if I already use it, because you just want to spin cards back, and you have Ecclesia, you can do Braxia to pop itself, summon the Ecclesia, and then Ecclesia Attributed, special summon Tai, Moi, just anything, and just helps you keep extending. So he's really good, just helps you push for games, extenders, wipes your opponent's field fast. If you do this with Tai, you can just spin 2 cards back, really good. 2 Chow. Really good. When he's summoned, you get a search a Swordsoul card or a dump. So it's all just depending on what's your hand. You can dump the blackout if they negate you. Yeah, you can do dump blackout, dump Tai, Moi, long, add to your hand, vice versa, emergence, long, Moi, Tai, just anything. You can banish a Swordsoul card from your hand or grave to effect rail or something. Really good. A nice combo is if you do the Chow with the Ying, Chow banish to negate, and then effect of Ying when a card is banished to banish 1 card in your opponent's field and in their grave. So these kind of like are a dynamic duo. Just negate something, banish a card. Going second, this is a really good combo. But arguably, my usual end board is Chow, DeFleur, and then if I open really well, I'll end with a Shinshin too. Going second, same thing, Chow, DeFleur, and then a Crimson Blader if I'm playing the mirror match. If I'm not playing the mirror match and my opponent just overextended like crazy, Draco. Just punch for game, big damage, attack multiple times. Brax, if I can't really like get over their board, if they're playing like Dogmatica, Shadal, just anything, just spin it back so they can't proc their effects off. So arguably the two you always want to go into is DeFleur and Chow. Really good. Time for the side deck. Everything in this deck is all personal. I know 2 great people, Brandon and Bai. We've been mirror matching like crazy. They're really good players. Just a lot of customization. All of us play differently. They're giving me some good ideas. I'm getting some good ideas off of them. My side deck, standard, IDP, came in handy. Just get rid of 2 cards. Not bad. Sometimes it doesn't come up against Flunderies. Not really, because the only time they would have a winged beast in the graveyard, it would be like the Ryza, if they don't put it back, or the Empin, but they can just put them back. So IDP is good, just not against the Flunder. Forbidden Chalice, sometimes it comes in, sometimes it doesn't. It's good. It's just an extra effect, really. If I know I'm going first, I'm gonna main deck the Chalice, but I'm not really confident with it enough to main deck it. Triple Tactics. Since all your things kind of rely on making the token, you're scared of the Ash, Effect Veiler, so you kind of just want to keep drawing cards, just keep expanding. Going second, they negate something, steal the DeFleur, steal the Phoenix Enforcer if they don't get rid of it. Triple Tactics, really good. Forbidden Droplet, really good. If you play the Forbidden Droplet, I think you should play the Chalice, Call by all that. Just so you can do like Chalice, Droplet, get rid of the Chalice so they can't use spell cards. It doesn't really come up for me. I don't really know how I feel about it, but I feel confident enough leaving it in the side. Raw Spare mode, scared for overextending. Lava Golem, just scared. Haunted Mansion. The only reason I side this is I know one guy that plays Dark Magicians, and he scares me. So we play this just to stop him. I play a 14 card side deck. I don't really know what the 15 card is, so I kind of just rock with 14. I don't really mind. The main deck is 41. That's just how I personally like it.
There you go. There you have it. Undefeated, AJ.
You're a menace, bro.